Stalk up, you have a right to remain silent. The grand jury of Cumberland County has returned an indictment charging you with trafficking in controlled substance, first degree, first offense. Mr. Bailiff, counsel, you acknowledge the identity of your client, receipt of the indictment, waive formal reading and arraignment, enter plea of not guilty, reserving all pretrial motions.
Your Honor, yes, except we do have a resolution in her case today.
Okay, will you acknowledge her identity?
Yes, sir.
Does that change that or the
No.
receipt of the indictment or waive formal reading and arraignment?
No, Your Honor, just the not guilty part is the only thing I had
Okay,
concern about.
is this an additional felony plea is what it's gonna be? A motion's been tendered that says you wish to enter a plea today, is that correct?
Yes.
Are you currently under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
No.
Is this plea freely and voluntarily given?
Yes.
Are you the same person that was identified
Yes.
in 23 CR 0038, 25 CR 0078?
Yes.
Is your judgment impaired?
No.
Have you discussed this matter with your attorney? Are you satisfied with his advice?
Yes, sir.
Have you reviewed the evidence the Commonwealth has against you? Believe you're fully informed about your case?
Sure.
You understand that you do not have to enter a guilty plea. That you have certain rights under the Kentucky United States Constitution. I need to know that you understand those rights. I'm gonna go down through them. And when I finish, I'll ask you if you understand, okay? You have a right not to testify against yourself. No one can make you say anything, right to speak trial, but jury right to be represented in counsel in jury trial. Right to confront and cross-examine all witnesses called to testify against you, right to produce evidence, right to call witnesses in your favor, right to appeal this matter to higher court if you lose. Right to require the Commonwealth to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you're guilty of the charges against you. Understand that by entering a guilty plea, that you give up all those rights. You
Yes, sir.
understand? I may consider the Commonwealth's recommendation, but I may apply any range of sentence provided below. I don't have to accept the recommendation. Prior to accepting any recommendation, I will wait to pre-sentence investigation report from probation and parole. In the event that I decide not to accept the recommendation and decide to impose a harsher sentence after having reviewed that report, you can withdraw your plea and go to trial. You understand?
Sir.
Mr. Hunley, would you give the Commonwealth's position on this?
Yes, Your Honor. Upon a plea of guilty to possession of a controlled substance first degree, namely methamphetamine, the defendant shall receive a sentence of 2.5 years. This sentence shall run consecutive to Cumberland Circuit Court case number 23 CR 00038, a 5-year sentence for a total of 7.5 years. This shall be probated for 5 years. The probation is to be supervised. As part of the supervision, the defendant shall enter and complete the Cumberland Specialty Program. The defendant shall be released at orientation. Further, the defendant agrees to cooperate and testify in the case of Commonwealth versus Richard Whitlow. The defendant shall receive credit for time served, shall obtain gainful employment or do a minimum of 30 hours community service until gainful employment is obtained, and agrees that any evidence in this case be disposed of in a manner with the law of the Commonwealth.
So what you agree to?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty because you did commit the acts charged in the indictment as amended?
Yes, I did commit it, yes.
Knowing your constitutional rights, have explained to you, is it still your desire to give up those rights, enter a plea of guilty to the charges and allow the court to fix your punishment within a range permitted by law?
Yes.
You understand that after entering this guilty plea, any future convictions could be enhanced as far as the range of penalties. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature on the document?
Yes, sir.
I accept the agreement order pre-sentence investigation report. You got the probation bureau. And we'll do the sentencing on January 22nd. I understand you're already down in the drug court. You're already started, already been oriented.
Now, she's to be oriented tomorrow morning if you want to release her.
You got somebody who's gonna, you got somebody to pick you up?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm gonna do something I don't usually do. I'm gonna go ahead and let you loose today. Okay?
Thank you.
And you can have, who's gonna pick you up?
Michael.
Okay. Now, have you already got some stuff up there at the jail or you just want to donate to the call, that to the cause up there?
Well, I mean, I got my clothes.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
they can transport you back up there and then your family can pick you up there, okay?
Thank you.
And we'll send the order up. Be careful tonight.
I will.
Unsupervised night, okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right,
Thank you, John.
yeah.
Should be released from straight probation officer. If you release the straight probation officer.
Okay, we got the Adair County Jail on there. Rotor. Are y'all on there? Rotor Correctional Complex. Okay, this is Commonwealth versus Scott Barlow. Are you Scott Barlow?
No,
Are you Robert Taylor?
Yes.
Tabor? Well, let's do Tabor for Commonwealth versus Robert Tabor. 25 CR 0055. Mr. Tabor, were you born in 1987?
yes,
Last four digits, social security number 3597.
yes.
Okay, what do we have here?
Your Honor, Mr. Tabor has two cases. Allegedly, some of the acts occurred here in Cumberland County and Monroe County. He's been indicted in both counties. Candace Hill represents him in Monroe County. There's quite a bit of investigation she wants to do, and I think we did by agreed order. We passed this out till March. And so if you want to do that,
What are the charges?
rape first degree with a minor child.
Okay.
So
Is that what counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
he's serving a 9-year sentence right now.
March 24th. The next court date's March 24th.
Thank you.
Okay, is Mr. Scott Barlow there?
Okay, am I done, Your Honor?
You're done. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Scott Barlow there at Rotor, evidently not. So we lost Rotor there for a second.
I think typically they have different case managers, so one may not know that the other is on.
Okay, well. I don't know that anybody's on either, so.
They're not too good about getting people on that for shot probation.
Well, I'll pass on that. And there's about 8 minutes till we go to the Adair County Jail, is that correct? Who appears for the Cumberland County Hospital Association?
Judge, I am local counsel, excuse me, I'm local counsel for the Cumberland County Hospital. Lead counsel, Mr. Brooker, is joining us by Zoom, Your Honor.
You ain't got no name?
Coleman Hurd, entering appearance for Cumberland County Hospital, Judge.
You ain't got no name. So you're Mr. Hurd, correct?
Local counsel only. Lead counsel, Mr. Brooker, is on Zoom.
Mr. Brooker, do y'all have any objection to the consolidation of this action?
We don't, Your Honor.
Well, that's easy enough. Is there anything else we need to take up here?
Your Honor, the other part of the motion that was requested was the appointment of interim class counsel.
Saw that, yeah.
Your
So
Honor, we have no objection to that either. We disagreed with some of the characterizations in the brief and whether class certification is proper, but we have no objection to the tendered order that accomplishes both the consolidation and the appointment.
Okay. Okay, if you'll send me an agreed order, is there anything else?
Nothing further for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
It sounds like the sort of case that I ought to stub my toe and go to the Cumberland County Hospital and recuse myself from, quite frankly, but I'll try to refrain from doing that, okay?
Appreciate it.
Now, let me ask you why we got all these learned folks here for a poor country lawyer who doesn't do class action things or anything. When you get these sort of things like this, where do you go with damages?
Well, Your Honor, this is a complicated question and a very good one. There's mixed authority regarding the types of damages that are allowable. Plaintiffs will allege that the exposure of their personal information and their health information puts them at risk of having their identities stolen, having their credit affected, and especially with medical information. But again, this is plaintiff's position. that information is very valuable to the cyber criminals out there because people will use someone else's medical information or medical insurance to try to get care. And then if they don't pay the bill, which why would they? Because it's not in their name, then it comes back on the person whose information was lost.
Well, I kind of like to see the portion of these stolen information, the medical information, which I know is sensitive, people have the privacy and that sort of thing. I'd like to see what percentage of those patients were Medicaid patients and whether or not anybody would take any action against them or what value. I would, without fear of contradiction very much, I think a large percentage of the patients that go to Cumberland County Hospital or the clinic that's associated with it are probably Medicaid patients. And we all know how protective we are of the government's money under the Affordable Health Care Act and Medicaid. We're all out there trying to protect taxpayers. So in any event, but thank you, Ms. Van Note, for telling me that. I understand what you're saying. It appears to me at some point, if we get, and there's not a settlement, now are these sort of cases, is this breach for informational purposes? Because I probably won't see y'all together again for the end of the year. If for informational purposes, is this an unusual breach, or were there all sorts of breaches, or is it the kind of software or the way the hospital here was wired? Did it make it particularly vulnerable to this, or did a lot of things happen that day to similarly situated small hospitals who are using the same systems?
Well, I think data breaches in general are on the rise, and especially against medical providers, but for the reasons that we already talked about. The exact mechanism of what the vulnerability was would be something that we'd have to figure out in discovery. But I will say for all the folks on this call, we handle dozens and dozens of these cases across the country. And this is something that's just really on the rise.
Yeah, well, and will be more so as AI and things sort of happen and people can hide their identity. I remember one of the most difficult decisions I ever made was a murder case I was assigned to in Eastern Kentucky, and I was trying to see whether these texts originated from someone that had been murdered and to see if they were still alive. And I made a strange ruling on that, but in any event, well, thank y'all very much for enlightening me, and I look forward to working with you. When do there will be a lot of discovery in this thing?
Yes, I would expect this to take longer than your average case. The technical issues, of course, and then the experts that are involved. Class cases, if you can get them worked up within a year, I'd say you're doing pretty good.
Well, okay. Well, if it comes down to a jury trial, you can get one here pretty quickly because I don't allow people to schedule up jury trials until discovery's finished and instructions are submitted and we're ready to go. Okay. Well, thank y'all. Everybody have a happy holiday, depending on what your tradition might be. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
You
you,
too.
Your Honor.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you, Judge.
Is that it? No, Hutchins versus Hutchins. Hudson versus Hudson. Let's see.
Hello, Judge.
Hey, how are you doing today?
Good seeing you. This is a motion, an affidavit for default judgment. I've got Mr. Hutchins here. He's my client. This is in a divorce action. He and his wife.
You need to speak up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. He and his wife, let's see, were married. Let me go back to the petition. All right.
Ladine.
They got married in 1995 and they got married in 1995, but then they were separated in February of 1995. So, and they got married in Texas, and he's lived here in Bergsville for longer than 180 days. And how long's it been since you had any contact with her?
29 years.
Okay, he hasn't had any contact with her for 29 years.
Is there any property to be divided?
No, sir, there's no property to be divided. We had a warning order attorney appointed, and she determined that Ms. Hutchins could not be located. She did her best efforts.
So this is just a decree of dissolution with no property.
Yes, sir, that's correct. That's been submitted. And the main purpose is for them to get divorced.
Would be the only purpose.
That's right. That is right. That's right.
Well, I'll be glad to do that, but since she might have won a lottery ticket from me now, you willing to waive that possibility?
Yes, sir, that's, if she did, good for her.
Yeah, okay, well, that's a good attitude. You lived this long without her, so.
Yeah.
Okay, submit the order electronically, I'll sign it.
Okay, yes, sir.
Thank
Thank you, Judge.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Judge.
Yeah, and then we got gold, that's a confidential matter.
Yes.
Okay, we need to clear the courtroom of everyone that's not involved in the confidential matter.